Hello, everybody. It's Miss Amber here with ABCs of Preschool. I am excited because this week my book is coming out, The ABCs of Preschool. It's a guidebook. I've wanted to write it for a long time. I think I started it. I'm 40. Well, I just turned 46. It's so funny. Isn't it funny? Like the older you get, you don't remember. Or is it just me that I don't remember how old I am? I have to like pause and think about it. Why is it that when we're little, if we could just grasp the excitement of birthdays, maybe when we're like the little kids, all the little kids around us, like they're counting down their birthdays months in advance. I remember my kids would plan their birthday parties. They would have their birthday and then they would plan their next year's birthday, and that's all they could talk about. So if we could just grasp that excitement, of birthdays and honoring another year of life, that would be awesome. Actually, maybe I'll talk about that too today. But I'm just excited. So yeah, I just turned 46 and I started this book, The ABCs of Preschool. Well, it didn't have a title back then. Actually, no, it did. I think I came up with the title right away, The ABCs of Preschool. I started writing it when I was 40, and it took me a little while because went through divorce, a traumatic divorce, um, navigated dating again after being married almost 20 years and not dating since I was 18. And then I fell in love with, oh my goodness, I just love my husband. I've spent time traveling. So I've just been living big. And so it took me a minute. And plus, I think I just, I think all of us struggle with that voice of like, who am I? Would anybody even want to read this? Like, who am I to think I can do this? That self-doubt talk. So it's here though. So it's really exciting. I always say, wish it, dream it, do it. It's just like my theme. It's been my theme for years, a couple decades actually, because for some reason, I don't call me crazy or I don't know. I just have always pursued my ideas. And I think life is so short. And if we just focus on work, 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 I think there's an aspect of creativity and like our passions. If we can do things that we're passionate about, I feel like it just brings us a lot more joy. So this week, I'm so excited because after all the hard work, it's not easy to write a book, to finish it from A through Z. It's coming out this week and I'm really excited. It's just a guidebook. It's all the things I've learned in this business, on how to open up a successful preschool childcare center, to actually not just survive in this business, but actually to thrive for the long haul. It's a roller coaster. Any owner, if you're an owner of a childcare center, if you're a director, if you are a teacher, you all know this is not an easy job. This is a very difficult job. And I think one reason why I wrote this book and another reason why I'm starting this podcast is because I think there needs to be some light shined in on the early childhood education world because it's a lonely world. It is, because I don't think people in this field get the credit that they deserve, because to be a teacher, to be a director, to be an owner of a childcare center, you have to be dedicated and you have to absolutely love what you do. And we do. Those of us in the field love what we do and usually stick around for a really long time. And we are in charge of small human beings in the most amazing years from 0 to 5 years old. The amount of growth when a child comes into our center at 6 weeks old and graduate the NTK going to kindergarten that following year, the amount of growth is massive. It's magical. It's exciting. And educators like myself, we get to watch and be a part of that growth and be a part of that journey. And it is absolutely so joyful and so fulfilling. This job is so fulfilling in such a deep way because as educators, we're really trying to make an impact on humans, little humans' lives. Like our goal is to love them fully and unconditionally and help them learn and be confident so they can get to elementary school and just love learning, love school. Like that is the goal. So I'm excited for the new book that's coming out Tuesday, January 30th. It's a guidebook. It's got like stories in it, my personal stories, my journey. It's got how to open up a school, like where to start. You can open it in your home. I ran again 9 years successfully from my home. If maybe you're a mom and you want to be home with your child, but you also want to be a mom. I wrote in the book of like ways to, you could open up your own preschool in your home. And I believe you can be very successful. Maybe you've been running in your home for many years and you're ready to take the jump to open up a center. I've got all the details on that. I talk about community in there. I talk about philosophies. So it's basically a quick read. It's a guidebook. I think it's also a guidebook of just business in general. Like just I've learned a lot of in business of culture. Every business, I don't care if you're in childcare or not, like the work culture is so important when you have employees. I don't even like the word employees. I like to say team members. So just all of what I've learned in my entrepreneurial world is in that book. So I'm really excited to be launching it. And it's exciting to see again, like a tiny seed of an idea. Actually, I can't wait to hold it in my hand. um, it's coming. I'm excited. It's going to be here anytime. So I'm excited from it's just words on a page. Well, I outline it. I write any book. I wrote an outline and then just words on a page to then getting the book cover designed and then to holding that book and to smell that book and just be like, yes, I did it. So I think as parents or as a mom, I think as moms, sometimes when you have little ones, we're so engaged in their life and their well-being that we forget our dreams and our goals. And for some reason, I am not sure why. I think I know why. So for some reason, I've always tried to pursue my dreams even as I was a mom and raising my kids. And I don't know if that's selfish. I don't think so. I was a really good mom and I was really there for my kids, but I always felt time ticking. I don't know. I've always felt that really strong in my mind that we are not promised tomorrow. We have no idea what tomorrow holds. We only have this moment. And so I always have chased like opening up my school at 23 and having no idea what I was doing. But in my mind, I saw this school, I saw this program, I saw students coming, I saw staff. I could see it in my mind. And so then I did the work, I put the work in to make it happen. And just like this book, I've seen it in my head and I put the work in. It's not easy. And I think the key too to achieving our goals and our dreams, I think we have to take out the money piece of it. Like just do things for fun. Like what brings you joy for fun? For me, writing is fun. And honestly, like interviewing and talking to people, connecting with people is really fun for me. I love doing it. So I think when we're pursuing our goals and our dreams and we're wishing it and dreaming it and doing it, what are things that bring you joy? Because I truly believe if you're doing things in your life that bring you absolute joy, you're going to be a better parent, you're going to be a better wife, you're going to be a better human being because you're happy, you're creating, or you're doing things that make you feel good. So I am excited that the book is coming out. It's just another dream of mine coming out. And I just want to encourage you guys that it's okay to be a mom and also a dreamer. I think it's okay and I think it's brilliant. I think you should. Whether you want to stay at home, maybe you still want to stay at home, but what are your dreams? I think that dreams can come true and they can just be our dreams for us. I may not sell one book and that's okay because for me right now, I did it. I got to check off that box that I wrote this book and it was a dream. So now I got to do it. One of my next dreams is really big and I can see it in my head and I'm working right now behind the scenes on all the different steps to get there. Will I get there? I do not know. But what I do know is this journey on taking these steps and being creative and seeing the vision and following the steps to try to get to the finished product is really exciting for me. Like it lights me up. It's like thrilling. It's a new challenge. Like it's super exciting. So I think it's okay when you have little ones. I know if you are a new mama, your dreams are probably out the window right now. If you are a new mama, give yourself some grace with little ones. I remember I had 3 under 3 at one point, and it was busy. It was busy, like, I just felt like I didn't sleep. I felt like it was just crazy. So there also is a season for everything, and sometimes our dreams and our goals have to be put on pause so we can figure out our life in that moment, and that is fine. I think that's why it's taken me a really long time to write this book, but I also had to be an expert, right? I had to be running a school for a really long time, and I've run over, I think this was my 8th school I just opened. I've opened up 8 schools along the way. I've had, I don't know how many staff has come through, the students and families. So I feel like now after doing this for over 25 years, actually almost I've been in the early childhood education field for almost 30 years, 27 years. Holy, oh my goodness, I'm getting old, but getting old is awesome. That's another thing, it's my birthday month. January is my birthday month. That's why I wanted my book to come out as a birthday gift for myself of an accomplishment. Yeah, I'm going to throw a little party with friends and a little book launch party. And again, it's a gift for me. It's for nobody else. I mean, this book, honestly, I want it to help other people. I think I'm just in a point in my life now where my kids are older, so I can step back and I want to be of service. I just really feel like this is my next chapter of service and helping others. I want to help you reach and have the life that you see clearly. Like, what is that life that you really want to have? Like, living intentionally. 4 years ago, I really chose, 4.5 years ago, I chose to step away from my schools a little bit and start really healing and learning how to live my life with absolute intention. And it's changed my life completely. It's changed my outlook on life. I feel like such a more content person, a happier person, even with littles in your world, even with the organized chaos of little ones and of cleaning and of changing diapers and feeding and on repeat over and over. I still think we can choose life intentionally because we can choose what we bring into our home and we can choose what we don't want in our home. We can choose the people we want to be surrounded by and the people that we need to move out of our life. So living with intention has really changed my life. I've really slowed down my life in many ways. I don't feel the need to have to volunteer all the time. I've learned the art of saying no kindly. Um, I believe that we can be a mom and we can also be a dreamer, and it's okay. And maybe those dreams that you have won't come to fruition for maybe 5 or 6 years down the line, and that's okay. But I think we can either choose to live on the hamster wheel, and I think I lived on that hamster wheel for years in kind of like this repeat chaos. And a lot of it I put on myself because I kept busy all the time. Or we can step back and really start living intentionally. And to celebrate my birthday this month, like I started off with this show, is if we can grasp the excitement for another year lived, like the excitement of our little ones, even at our preschools, our littles are so excited to celebrate their birthday. They come in so excited. Their eyes are wide. They have little, they bring their cupcakes. We have crowns. We sing happy birthday. We make it this really big deal. Why is it the older we get, the less of a big deal it is? In reality, I think we should be cheering more. Like, I just turned 46. Hell yeah. I am freaking 46. I didn't think I'd make it to 40 because I got cancer so young and I had all these other health issues. And I just had this thing that I don't know if I'm going to get old. So hell to the yeah, I'm freaking 46. Hell to the yeah, are you turning 26 or 27 or 30 or 35? You know what? Freaking sucks sometimes. Our bodies change. I get it. Oh man, I get it. And it is true. After 40, like my eyesight, like where'd my vision go? Like all of a sudden I can't see words and I don't really want to say anything, but everything's blurry. Like what happens? And the aches and pains. Oh yeah, just wait. I mean, their doctors are like, you have arthritis, your hips are like not great. What? But you know what? Who gives a crap? There's so many people that did not make it to your age. There's so many people that did not make it to my age. So birthdays should be celebrated. So that's why I'm launching my book in my birthday month as a gift to me and nobody else. Do the things that make you happy, not for anybody else, not for monetary reasons. I think that if monetary reasons maybe come as a secondary, that's great. But I think when you're on the hamster wheel, and you're so focused on the money part of it, I think it takes the joy out. Do things that make you happy. And birthdays are freaking awesome. And I think we need to retrain our brains and celebrate the birthdays because it's one more year in this beautifully messy life. And it's a gift, even as hard as life can be. And I know it. You mamas, you teachers, you educators of early childhood, I know it is difficult and it's hard and it's like draining. Like sometimes going home at night, you may be exhausted, but you are alive. And what do you want your life to look like? You know, I always do January is like the perfect month for that. I always do a reset in January. I always pick a word of the year. I don't really announce it a lot, but I do pick a word. Last year, 2023, the word was ambitious. And I think I absolutely fulfilled that because I worked with a team for the last year on franchising and just I'm going to be helping others open their own school. So I did that. I opened a new school. I finished my book. I started the podcast. So yeah, it was an ambitious year, but it was all things that were really fun for me because this part of my life, I only want to do things that bring me joy. So in January, I think it's a really great way, a really great time to celebrate newness, celebrate a new year, celebrate and write down your new goals and your dreams and how you want your year to look like. There's a lot of like motivational speakers and there's a lot of books out there on do. I don't know if that makes sense, but like for a long time, I stayed busy because I felt like that was how people would love me. The more I did was the more validation for myself. And that's how I looked at love as doing and checking off the boxes of my to-do list. So in the last 4.5 years, as I've slowed things down and really healed from that and did some work on the why I stayed busy, the my coping mechanisms around that, I've learned to it's okay for me to just sit on the couch and do nothing. That is absolutely okay because you are enough just as you are. But I've also learned that for me, I need goals and dreams. And I don't care if those are really little or small, and they're just for me. So maybe you love to paint. Maybe you love to paint. Maybe it's paint by numbers. I have a friend that does paint by numbers, and it's just a way that she loves. She gets creative and it like calms her down. It centers her. What is it that you love? Do you like to journal? Do you like to go take walks? Do you like to go on hikes? What is it that brings you joy? So I would encourage you just to write down those things. That's awesome goals and dreams. I think so many motivational speakers, like the bigger, the better, but why? Just do the things that you want to do that bring you joy. And this book is bringing me joy because I hope I can teach other people and give them the tricks of the trade. And it brings me joy because I finished a project that I wanted to do for a really long time. And so January is my birthday month. If it's your birthday, we're all going to have a birthday this year. I think let's re-look at birthdays as we're older and celebrate them even bigger than when we were kids because it's another gift and another year that we have to experience all that life has to offer, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm excited. Yeah. So my book comes out this week. I'm excited. If you are someone that's looking to maybe open up a preschool or you want some business tips, it's a great book for that. But yeah, I did it because I'm on the path of service now. So thank you for listening to the ABCs of Preschool. I wish you just another fabulous week. If it's your birthday coming up, or it will be your birthday, a happy early birthday. And think about what you want to do for your birthday because you've been given another year, another opportunity. And let's freaking celebrate this life. We are alive. So have a fabulous week. The ABs of Preschool are coming out on Tuesday, January 30th, and I will see you next week.